Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of the day it is. Welcome. Here is a quick little video clip on something that's pretty specific. So Mr. Tu and I are teaching physical anthropology, and we found this great online resource, Explorations, an open invitation to biological anthropology. It's pretty awesome. So it's got a book, and it's got all kinds of teaching resources. And so this video clip is really to explain and demonstrate how we are posting these assignments to the students on Schoology. So on Schoology, we're just going to add an assignment. And for this one, I'm posting the Chapter 2 guided reading. And this is an assignment. I copied and pasted this. So this is from the Chapter 1 guided reading. This is something that I learned in the adaptive schools training, just to help students, to convey to students what we're doing, what they're going to do, why they're going to do it, and how they're going to do it. It's just a good communication thing. So what they're going to do is they're going to read the chapter and complete the guided reading. Why? Because we want them to learn the key terms and the important concepts, and then follow these steps. That's how they're going to do it. So the first thing I have to do is I have to change the link. Right? We're going to the Chapter 2 guided reading, and so I need to change the link. And in order to do that, I need to actually get the link. So I'm going to go to the Explorations website, and I'll post the link to this in the description underneath the video. And from here, we go to Teaching Resources. And they call it Matrix Notes. So I'm going to open that up. And then here is theirs, right? This, and I think it's at Chapter 2, right? So I'm going to click on Chapter 2. And now this is theirs. So I'm actually going to make a copy of this that I can edit. So I'm going to make a copy, and I'm going to call it, because this is the one that I'm going to share with the students. So I'm going to call it Template Chapter 2 Guided Reading. And then I'm going to save this. I got to change the where I want it to be. I'm going to put it in my drive. So just going to click on the folder right here, and then I'm going to click the back arrow to take it to my drive. And I'm going to put it in Physical Anthropology. And then that Chapter 2 isn't here yet, right? We did Chapter 1, and I made one for Chapter 5. So I need to make a new folder, and the window's not letting me do that. So I gotta go back here and move that up so that I have enough space underneath. Right? Now I can go ahead and do my drive, Physical Anthropology, and now here I can see my new folder. So I'm going to make my new folder, Chapter 2. I don't know what it's called, so I should probably look into that. And at the same time, we have to give them the chapter of the book. So I'm not giving them access to the whole book. It's really hard to navigate from one chapter to another chapter if you give them the whole book. So the website lets us download the PDF of the chapters. So I'm going to choose that option, and then I'm going to download Chapter 2. That's this one right here. And suppose we could send them this link, but then it might take longer. So I'm actually going to download this onto my desktop and save it onto the desktop. And real quickly, what is Chapter 2 called? Evolution, right? So now I can call it Oh, I got to go all the way back. I got to do this again. All right, so there you go. There we go. So I'm making a new folder. It's called evolution. Right? That's the one I want. And that's where I'm going to save that template for the chapter 2 guided reading. Right? And so now this is what I'm going to have the students do. And I want to give them more instructions. So I'm going to cut and paste what I wrote for the chapter 1 guided reading. So I'm going to go back to my drive. And there it is. There's my chapter 1. So I'll pull that one up. Right? And so this is what I just want a little more instructions at the top for the students. So now I can just cut and paste that, make it chapter 2, evolution. Oh, and I call it reading notes, guided reading, reading notes. What I call it in the drive. I did call it reading notes. All right, so I got to change that. It's not reading notes, guided reading, reading notes, just to be consistent. Okay, and so there we go. So now it has the heading on there. And share. Just have to make sure that it's anyone with the link, right? So sometimes it's restricted or LAUSD. Make sure it's anyone with the link. Is a viewer. Make sure it's viewer. You don't want editor or commenter. So viewer, right? Copy the link. We're done. Now I can go back to the assignment, change this link to the new link. I just paste it right here. Booyah. Update. And I can always double check it too later. And then click on this link. I got to change that one too. We want to make it chapter 2 PDF. Oh, and it's not called guided reading, reading notes. Again, just to be consistent. Here we go. Okay, and then I gotta change this, right? So I need to change this link to get to the chapter 2, the PDF of the chapter 2. And I'm gonna put that also, again, rather than upload it directly, I'm gonna upload that to the drive as well. Right, so there's our reading notes. So I'm also going to upload that chapter 2 right there. It'll take a second. Right, there it is. So I want to share this also. So I'm going to right click on it, get the link, and same thing. I want to make sure it's anyone with the link, viewer, copy the link, and then I can go back, change that, update. There we go. And then I'm going to put the due date. So the students will actually get this on the 14th, and then I'm going to make it due the 16th at 7:30 a.m. before school. And I gave it 100 points. Assignments, there we go. And then I post it. Right, and then I always like to double check things. So I'm going to close all these tabs. Right, except for this one, because got one more thing I want to show you. But right, so close all the tabs, then open it up, and you can test it. So this should open the template for the reading notes. Yep, there it is. Right? And so when the students want to work on this, as it says in the instructions, they have to make a copy, right? You don't want them modifying this one, right? So when they want to add to it, when you give it to them, they have to make a copy like that. It makes a copy for them, and that's the one that they will edit, and that's the one that they will submit. Let's also check the link to the chapter. Yep, there it is. Right, and so then the idea is that as the students read through the chapter, right, they have key terms that they're supposed to write definitions for, and questions they're supposed to answer, right? And so this keeps them engaged with the text. It helps them focus on what's important, and students need that. So let's see, I think that covers everything for this assignment, right? Now, if you want to assign other things, for example, there are a lot of good labs and activities, and those you'll see here, also sorted by chapter. So let's say I want to do the misconceptions about evolution. That seems like a good activity. So here it is. And then, again, I'm going to make a copy of this, similar to what I did for the matrix notes, right? I'm going to make a copy. I'm going to call it template. I'm going to put it in my drive in Physical Anthropology, Chapter 2, right? So I'm putting it there. And then if I want the students to do this, right, I will copy the link, right? Again, make sure it says anyone on the internet with this link can view, copy. And if it doesn't say that, just click the change button. Again, you want to make sure that it's on view, not editor, because then they're going to be able to change it, right? So, and again, so if I want to now give them that assignment, right, just add another assignment, right? And what was that called? Misconceptions about evolution, right? So put in the title. Right? And, oh, I need to, so again, I'm quite lazy. So I'll just go back to the last assignment I made. Right? Just copy and paste. Right? And so for this one, what are they doing? Identifying and clarifying misconceptions. So I'll probably just put that, right? So what, right? What are they going to be doing? So just, you can't just copy and paste because you see the format's different and that messes everything up. But this way, misconceptions surrounding evolution and evolutionary force. Anyway, I'm about to run out of time here, so it's you just modify this to the assignment, and then again you change the link to the template, and then you publish it in the same way. So hopefully I've done a good job explaining. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, take care.